Mkhitaryan has joined Arsenal on a straight swap deal that would send Alexis Sanchez to Manchester United. However, the question is, if Mkhitaryan failed at Manchester United, how will we be able to succeed at Arsenal? Before we begin, if you like this video and want to check out our many other great discussion debates and our live show, please subscribe to our channel and download the Onefootball app. With that said, let's begin. Basically, Mkhitaryan struggled to make the grade under Jose Mourinho despite establishing himself as one of Europe's foremost creators during 3 seasons with Borussia Dortmund, scoring 27 goals and adding a further 34 assists in all competitions. Whereas Jose's mismanagement of Mkhitaryan made him seem a bust, Arsenal is the perfect club for Mkhitaryan to regain his form and show the Premiership his potential, and here's why. When Manchester United signed the previous Bundesliga player of the season, many thought they completed a shrewd piece of business. The Armenian captain tore most German teams apart with his clever movement and killer passing, not to mention a key eye for the goal. However, things just didn't work out for him. He was made to wait for his Premier League debut, with Mourinho suggesting he might need extra time to adapt to the physical side of the Premier League. Question: was Jose right? Well, he started the Manchester United derby and was swiftly withdrawn at half-time, not to be seen in United starting 11 for some time afterwards. However, he did seem to settle into the second half of the season and was certainly keen to United's Europa League success, scoring some wonderful goals. He also started the 2017-18 season on fire with 3 goals and 5 assists in the first few games of the season. However, when Pogba was injured and Manchester United started to struggle, Mkhitaryan became a passenger and his form dipped drastically. He was made the scapegoat by Mourinho and has barely flinched since. On his day, he's a fantastic player, but he just doesn't fit into Mourinho's style of play. In short, many players have reached their potential after leaving the coaching of Jose Mourinho. One key name stands out, and that's Man City's Kevin De Bruyne. Could Mkhitaryan be the next player to prove Mourinho wrong? The question becomes, how well will he work for Arsenal? Well, at Arsenal, let's be frank, there's currently less competition. The question is, how can he play with Özil rather than how can he replace him? Unless Özil decides not to sign a contract, then Mkhitaryan will be free to play in his preferred position, and right now will act as good cover for the German if he ever gets injured. But if Özil does sign a contract, the Arsenal players that should be worrying about their place in the team are players like Iwobi, Ramsey, even Xhaka. Despite them all playing in slightly different attacking positions, none of them have put in performances that mean they're irreplaceable or the first names on the team sheet. Xhaka should be more defensive minded, but he is often caught wandering. His lack of contribution from an attacking perspective means that his place in the team is not guaranteed, despite his large price tag. Ainsley Maitland-Niles could be the defensive midfielder which could take his place, which is free up space for Özil and Mkhitaryan to attack. However, one of them would still need to help out in defensive duties. When Mourinho talked of Mkhitaryan being not used to the physicality of the Premiership, he failed to mention that when playing at Dortmund, Mkhitaryan was used to a high-level pressing game, similar to when Arsenal were able to beat Spurs earlier this season. If Arsenal consistently played defence in this matter, Mkhitaryan would be an ideal player to be more organised defensive duties, as well as another player to add assists and goals. If Arsenal's first few games without Sanchez has shown anything, it is that Arsenal without Sanchez have faster and more dynamic passing. Sanchez's ability and belief in his dribbling often came at the expense of a good pass or the speed of an Arsenal counter-attack. Yes, he was a great player. Yes, he's a great attacking threat for Arsenal, but one of the reasons Barcelona was willing to sell him was because of his propensity for over-dribbling. Whereas Mkhitaryan will slot perfectly into an Arsenal attacking side, ready to unlock the skills and shooting accuracy of Lacazette. He just needs a good through ball and a quick pass. More so, Mkhitaryan's arrival will free up space for Mesut Ozil to work his magic. Right now, if I was an attacking opposite manager, I would put 2 players on Ozil, and straight away Arsenal's leading assist maker will be out of the game, which basically nullifies Arsenal attack. However, with the addition of Mkhitaryan, teams now have to worry about his ability to assist and to score a goal. Depending on when you watch this video, Aubameyang may already be an Arsenal player, or we're still finalising the details. But let's assume Arsenal don't do an Arsenal and actually get the player we're heavily linked with. I'm sure Mkhitaryan would play even better when linked up with his former Dortmund teammate. The addition of both of them will bring both fresh blood to the team as well as maturity, experience and a desire to prove their doubters wrong. Together, they will bring a touch of class to a team that has players that are young and yet to truly prove they are good enough to become legends at Arsenal. Sorry, Iwobi really needs to start scoring more goals if he's to be consistently in the Arsenal starting lineup. Man City has Sane, Spurs have Ali, Liverpool have Firmino, Mane and Salah, Manchester United have Sanchez, Rashford, Lingard, Martial, and Arsenal have Iwobi, Welbeck and Akpom. If that was your FIFA team, you'd basically be selling most of your players right now. The addition of Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang takes Arsenal's attacking options back up to Champions League level instead of Carabao Cup standards. So, that's my take on why Mkhitaryan failed at Manchester United but can succeed at Arsenal. Question: who do you think did a better deal between Arsenal and Manchester United, and do you think Mkhitaryan will be a success for Arsenal? Comment your questions below, comment your answers, and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching. Peace.